When I had cravings after a long day, which was often, not because I work particularly hard, I just really like food, I used to inhale a tub of ice cream or have a chocolate sandwich, like an actual slab of chocolate. Don't ask. It can feel like we're hardwired to eat like a person possessed in the evenings, but we do actually have more control than we think. There was basically 3 glaring mistakes resulting in my evening cravings, and I needed to get rid of them if I wanted to finally lose weight. So I came up with what I'm calling the anti-willpower method. And I knew it was going to help me lose weight, but what I didn't expect was this method to stop me having cravings altogether. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use it and why, even if you're tucking into an ice cream right now as you watch, you probably won't crave food the same again. Okay, so step 1 is critical, and it starts with me being able to spot what those mistakes in my day even are. I roll out of bed 10 minutes before work, grab a protein bar and get started. I'm dieting, so a small breakfast makes sense. I spend the next few hours hungry and fighting the urge to snap at my pillock of a boss. Lunchtime rolls round and I get to eat my chicken Caesar salad from M&S and a small bag of nuts. You know, because healthy snacks and stuff. Then I get home, make a healthy dinner and stick something on the TV. And that's when I start to feel the ice cream looking at me through the freezer door. And what starts as, oh, I'll have a little bit, turns into an entire tub finished, and then, well, then I'm onto the chocolate. Finished off with a conversation in the mirror with myself. You make me sick. Now, it might not look like it, but nighttime cravings aren't the problem there. They're actually just a symptom of the 3 mistakes that I made throughout the day. Did you clock them? Was it the Caesar salad dressing that I had? Or was it because the protein bars tasted like flavoured sand? Unbelievably, no. The first mistake was actually me eating tiny meals throughout the day because, well, I'm trying to be good. Picture your hunger as a boiling kettle, and throughout the day, it's constantly bubbling away. If we're eating tiny meals, the water isn't being pushed down far enough, and eventually it will boil over. And the boiling over is when you polish off an entire packet of chocolate hobnobs. They are good though. So instead of picking at small meals throughout the day, I started using large, high protein, high volume meals to keep the hunger low and stop the kettle from boiling over. Now there's 2 things on my checklist for keeping hunger low. 1, include a minimum of 30 grams of protein in each meal. It's the most filling macronutrient, it does wonders for your hunger. And 2, make 50% of your plate in all meals high volume fruit or vegetables. Things like berries in your Greek yogurt or a load of veg at lunch. Now you don't have to do this in every meal, but you will notice a massive change in your hunger on the days that you do it. It's the exact method I used with Imogen to lose over 70 pounds. The fuller you are, the less you think about food, the easier it is to lose weight. But that's how you push the boiling water back down. But how do you stop it from bubbling up so quickly in the first place? Sometimes cravings aren't really about hunger, they're a habit. It's usually trigger, I'm stressed, craving, I want chocolate, action, inhale chocolate, reward, oh, that feels nice. I've seen in books before that you can disrupt this by making the action part harder. You know, stick your chocolate further back in the cupboard. But if I want the chocolate, I'll probably just reach further back into the cupboard. And I remembered when I was a kid and I wanted to spend my pocket money on something, my mum would always say, wait 72 hours, and if you still want it, you can have it. So I'd wait, and 99% of the time I'd lost interest in buying some Pokemon cards. And that time I had to wait allowed me space to think, do I actually want the Pokemon cards? So I started using it with food too, and it allowed me a bit more time to be intentional and ask, do I actually want the food, or was I just a bit sad? When I lost 35 pounds, this is exactly what I did so that you can just copy me. I did a bit of journaling, i.e. just writing down my thoughts in that moment, nothing particularly interesting. Or if that's not your thing, just set a 5-minute timer on your phone. You could have a glass of water, go for a quick walk. If you do those things and you still want it, it's no longer an emotional craving. You just wanted it and you can eat it. But getting good at creating that space between the craving and the action, it was life-changing. So now you know how to push the boiling water down and how to stop it from bubbling up so quickly. Let me show you the 3rd and most interesting mistake, because once we figure this bit out, this is what's going to allow you to eat nice food every day and still lose weight. We all like nice food, right? I mean, that's why it's called nice food. But generally we're told that that food is bad for us and that we shouldn't have it. Just quickly actually, don't think of a white bear. You thought of it, didn't you? That's called ironic process theory. Boring, I know. The idea is that when you try to suppress a thought, your mind focuses on the very thing you're trying to ignore. So usually telling ourselves that we can't have certain food because it's bad, it just makes us want it more. If you add on top of that mistake 1, that we've been trying to eat tiny meals the entire day, we go from, ooh, how about a little bit of chocolate after dinner, to how about just all the chocolate ever? Fuck it. So here's what I changed. I actually started including my favourite food every day, not as a reward or as a cheat, just part of a balanced diet. And actually giving myself full permission to do that meant that some days I didn't even want it. It's pretty hard to crave a Mars bar when you've had 5 Mars bars in 5 days. So you should include foods that you love, using 10 to 20% of your daily calories. So 1500 calories, you're going to use 1500 to 300 calories on nice food that you enjoy. 1800 uses 180 to 360. 2000 calories uses 3 to 400. But this only works if you make the corrections to mistakes 1 and 2. Or you'll just be eating small meals and you'll be hungry and then giving yourself permission to eat some nice stuff. It's just a recipe for disaster. And this is another method that we used with Catherine when she lost all that weight and she never gained it back. Doing the anti-willpower method stopped me from eating like a nutcase in the evenings, and it completely changed my relationship with food. But that alone wasn't enough to get me to my goal and to keep the weight off. So watch this video next where I'm going to show you how to lose weight easier, more sustainably, and actually keep it off for good this time.